Yo, yo, yo. You officially tuned in to WWJD. What would Josh do? As you know, your guys in the building. And as promised, because I know if I didn't deliver, y'all will talk about me like a dirty dog with one leg and a half of an eye and no tail and no ears. So I got Lamont Graves on deck. I got my guy Amino Guns on deck. And I got my man Breeze on deck. They my two co-hosts, and our star guest is Lamont Graves of the Graves firm. Just jumping in, y'all know how we do it here. WWJD has a word of the week, and I want to share the word of the week that I just shared with our next state representative, Carol Kazim, who I had the honor of interviewing live today. So if you didn't get a chance to go check that out, go check that out on cmpradio.net. One of the most amazing interviews. Big ups to the sis. And I just want to go on the record that I literally went to go tell her the questions that I was going to ask her, just so she could be prepared. She literally just stopped me. It was like, nope, let's make it organic. I ain't doing no lying. This is me. So I had an honor with it. I had an honor and a pleasure to interview her, and that was really dope. So I'm going to start off with the word of the day. The word of the day is community. The definition of community is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. So just starting out, Lamont, introduce yourself to us, please. Let us know what you do, and just let us know what that word community means to you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on, guys. I truly appreciate it. If you guys don't know me, my name is Lamont Graves. I own and operate a company, a consultation firm by the name of the Graves Firm. And pretty much what we do is we assist producers, artists, industry executives, labels, and music publishers with all facets of the business, from pretty much making sure that you understand where you have ownership and the right to be able to license your music from a music industry perspective, which a lot of people necessarily don't learn until much later in their careers. So as a result of us doing that, we've been able to help a lot of different people out within the business. We have clients that have sold over 60 million records collectively. I think recently, the last time we checked, it was like 70 million. This past year, we've been on maybe like 8 or 9 number one albums from producers that we represent, even artists, helping those guys get paid. And for me, the word community basically means being able to work together in tandem to be able to achieve one goal, which is pretty much what I would say is the overall benefit of a community to grow, nurture, love each other, share, and be able to give back. I think that's the most important things when I think of community. So all of those things are kind of what the Graves Firm is about, and which is why if anybody here follows me or anybody has followed my journey, I do my best to give back as much as possible. And I do it in a way where I'm not always looking for any type of compensation, because for us, in the way that we operate, when we give out information and we help other people, they help our company grow. And then we end up becoming somewhat of a community ourselves, just within our clientele. But more so, it's important for everybody that is interested in being able to either be in the music business, start a business, or be able to get into anything in life that you want to do, for you to understand what community means, because I could tell you, you can't do it all by yourself. And that's where you have community that comes in and be able to add just their different talents to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Community can mean so many different things, man, and I could go on for hours about it. But for me, in relation to my business and what I think about, and just in general, and within our community, those are things that come to mind.
Thank you, bro. Amino Guns, my guy. You another person I'm sure that could go on forever, bro, because boots on the ground. I'd have been side by side with you, fighting in them trenches, teaching the after school programs, and us mentoring each other, bro, as we mentor our babies. And so please, bro, just reintroduce yourself for those who might just be joining, or those who listening in that might not know you, which for sure. Slim, but reintroduce yourself, bro, and let us know what community means to you.
What's up, y'all? My name is Amino Guns. I'm an artist from Chester. I'm a gun violence interventionist from Chester. I'm a mentor. I'm a soldier from Chester. And to me, community it has a unique word inside of it, and it's unity. And that's community to me is us all carrying as one, like Ron said, in tandem. You big on words, that's moving as one. And when you can have your community on the same page, killing stop. More money comes. It's a lot of things with us being united. And I feel like the community has to start with some kind of unity in between the people in the community, to really create the community, because like you could be from a hood and not like each other. You can't call that a community. You know what I'm saying? It's no unity there. And for a long time, I think I've been fighting to bring back the unity that the city used to have. You know what I mean? That even though some places didn't like each other, we were all still able to meet up on 7th Street and have a friendly basketball game for 8 hours. You know what I mean? We were able to have parties and able to do a lot of things because the unity and the respect was there. We had Chester Pride, and that Chester Pride kind of went away. So a part of my mission is to bring back that unity so it can feel like a community again. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Breeze, my guy. You've been on my show before, bro, and from day one, man, we just really linked, bro. I love your style. I love your work ethic.
Pleasure, bro.
You are one of our city's college graduates. A lot of people, it's easy for them to see us and he's just another person. But no, that's so big ups to you, bro,
Put that
for
work in, bro.
your education and fighting through the narrative. So for those who don't know, bro, just reintroduce yourself and tell us what community means to you.
What's going on? My name Breeze. I know y'all probably heard my voice. I was playing cup pong, you feel me? Uh, but I'm an artist. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm an artist. I'm a producer, engineer. You know what I mean? To heart. Community to me, bro, like you said, giving back because we need that support. A lot of people don't really have that support, that little jump start. You feel me? And like bro said, unity. You gotta have that because so many people be from the same hood, but they don't bang with each other. And me being from one, it's like I seen the differences that we had when we could have been stronger together. So
Uh-huh.
I feel like you really need that support. Like Guns, I looked up to him. Like niggas don't even know. Like people don't even know, bro. Like I grew up,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
Like, I'm from the crowd right under, bro. So it's like they was like the leaders to me, and it was like, dang, like you want to be like that. So at the end of the day, it's like you really gotta have that support and give it back. You know, like once you see it, bro, it's like you reach one, teach one. Like you gotta give it back, bro.
For
So like
sure.
I feel like if we can do that and like be stronger together and not separate, like separated, bro, the city could be it could be some damaging, bro. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So again, thank y'all, brothers. Again, diving right into it, we have Lamont Graves here from the Graves firm, and we're gonna be just diving into questions because we have so many young people in our community that are tapping into the music industry,
Yeah.
and a lot of times, we they're going into it with no knowledge. Uh, they all passion, right? All passion, but no knowledge. And we know that education is fundamental, is paramount to anything that you do.
Uh-huh.
So I brought you two guys on. I brought Amino Guns and I brought Breeze on because I know that they'll be able to ask questions that I might not be able to ask about the industry because I'm not that engulfed in the music industry. And this is what I love. This is what community means to me.
Uh-huh.
Being able to reach out to you guys to be able to say, hey, I need y'all to come on the show to ask those questions
Real
for the
talk.
community and being humble enough to say, I don't know.
Right.
Right. But smart enough to know that our community needs this. And God has blessed me with this platform. So I'm honored to have all of y'all on here. And I just want to get right into it. Please, man, just feel free, Amino, Breeze, to ask questions. You know, what do y'all guys think that's the most important thing to start out with, you know, coming into the music industry? What are some of those questions that need to be asked and need to be answered?
Look at bro. Look at good.
Nah,
I love it.
because for real, Mont can answer all these questions.
Let's go. I love it. Listen, I love it. Sometimes when we have conferences, man, they run over like a whole hour because I won't shut up because I just love
I love it. I was
Yeah.
just on a panel with Drummer Boy and Carlisha the Diva and a couple people in Atlanta doing the same type of conversation. You know what I mean? In Atlanta. You know, so I want to bring that stuff back here because down there I'm coming in, so they looking at me like, oh, he hanging with them. He must be somebody. So they listening to me, not knowing I'm boots to the ground back home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Ma. I got my mom here. Hold on. Nah.
We love it, man. Hey,
Listen,
we love it, man.
I'm at mom's crib. We chilling. We just had dinner, so I'm like, let me knock this out right quick.
So
She's like, all right, we give you space. You know what I'm saying? But to me, like, what's most important, what I see often a lot, because a lot of the artists here come to me. You know, they like, yo, Guns, I need your help. Guns, can you help me this? Can you teach me how to do this? And I never turn nobody down. The first question I ask them is who are they with? BMI, ASCAP, or SESEC, or are you registered as an artist, period?
Yeah, bro. They don't be knowing that.
Yeah, and you just spoke a foreign language to me, so I can only imagine.
And look, bro, it's free. BMI is free to register as a songwriter. You know what I mean? It's a small fee to register yourself as a publisher, but in order to start really seeing your money and monetizing, you have to register yourself as an artist. I think that's first and foremost before you jump into a contract and then they owning your name and owning you and you know,
let me ask
your ownership down pat first.
Mott, can you expand on that? Can you break those down?
Absolutely. So he said a really important piece of information. This is for anybody here trying to, be a rapper, singer, artist, pop star, whatever you want to be, producer. The way you get paid in this business is through either ownership or through ownership of your intellectual property, which is basically you being a creator yourself. So what a lot of people don't know is that for every song you make in the music, the way music copyright works is you got 2 copyrights. Like every time I could literally make a song right now and I could record it and I got 2 copyrights. Mm-hmm. You get a sound copyright and then you get a composition copyright. The sound copyright is what we hear that can be copyrighted. You can even copyright this podcast, Josh, right now.
Remember I was telling you this, Josh?
You can literally copyright us talking right now.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not. But a lot of artists don't know that. So what ends up happening is other people understand that. And then you come into the business and you get presented with deals and money. And the people understand what the copyrights are and how much money they generate. So they'll give you $100,000 because they understand what a sound copyright is and what a composition copyright is. And they might have the resources to relicense out your music to other people and other companies. And these other companies are willing to pay $100,000, $500,000, $1 million just to be able to play your music on their platform, on a movie, or on a video game. So the other half of that is what Amino said when it comes to being a first-time artist. One of the most important decisions you're going to have to make, and this is specifically for songwriters. So just so you guys know, if you make beats, you are considered a songwriter, whether you know it or not. If you actually write your own songs and you're a rapper or a singer, you are considered a songwriter. So you're thinking about all these millionaires out there that's songwriters, and you're like, I'm not them. Technically, through copyright, you're the same thing. Yep. So the most important thing you got to recognize is that you got, whether you know it or not, you got the same leverage and the same opportunity to monetize yourself as anybody else. But the first step is choosing how you're going to get paid. And that goes back to what Amino said, choosing how to choose what is considered a performing rights organization. A performing rights organization basically is ASCAP, that's BMI, that's CSAC. So some people, they come into business and they say, well, why do I got to be a part of that? That's because those are the main companies or one of the main companies that are going to pay you as a songwriter. And guess what? You putting your music on streaming platforms. You putting your music on Apple Music. YouTube. Guess who has to pay for your music being on Apple, being on Spotify? They got to pay a royalty to ASCAP and BMI just for your music being on there. So you're like, yo, I got 1,000, 100,000 streams. I got 1 million streams. I didn't get paid. You didn't get paid because you didn't take the first necessary step, registering with a PRO. Yep. Which, like Amino said, you can sign up with BMI for free as a songwriter. If you want to sign up as a publisher, that's about $150. ASCAP, sign up as a writer, that's $50. To sign up as a publisher, that's another $50. That's $100. How much money do we spend every week on other things?
Just on food, fast food.
McDonald's, Big Macs, all that. You know what I'm saying? We blow all this money on things, but then we want to take our career, or we want people to take our career seriously, but we didn't take the first necessary steps for us to even take this career seriously, which is essentially signing up for a simple process, signing up with ASCAP and BMI. Now, I'm going to say something else that a lot of people don't know about ASCAP and BMI. For every dollar you earn with ASCAP and BMI, they split your money in half. You have a writer's account, which makes you a songwriter. Then you have a publisher's account. Now, people say, oh, I got to go to the bank, I got to get an EIN number and all that stuff. No, you can sign up as a publisher yourself and do a DBA with your social security number and get paid out. So for every dollar you earn as a songwriter with a PRO like ASCAP and BMI, most people only get 50% of it because they'll just sign up as a writer.
Yeah.
What they don't know is for every dollar earned, there's another 50 cents that goes to you as a publisher. And that's just the foundation of the business. So people come to us and no lie, they'll have 50 million streams and say, I never got paid. We'll do a catalog audit. We'll punch their percentage of ownership into this database. And then we find out they got $400,000 that they never got paid. Now they don't even got enough to get through the week money-wise, but they got a song with that amount of streams. So this is how important it is for you guys as creators to understand this stuff, because the people that understand it are the ones that are billionaires, 100 millionaires, and they're the ones that take advantage of the ones that don't understand it. It's that important. And that's just the foundation of it. That's not even getting into the other stuff we'll probably cover today.
That's the basics right there.
Yeah,
that's
number one.
So important, man.
Breeze, what are some of the things that you see and that you feel as though that's important while we got the guru sitting right here?
Exactly.
That you feel as though that need to be answered, or that's important for our young people and our older people that's in the industry that just don't know.
All right, so a lot of questions that I get from artists that record with me is, should they go independent or should they sign with a label?
That's a really good question, and I'm gonna tell you how it works now. Labels are not willing to spend a red cent on you unless you have engagement on social media, unless you have some type of amount of YouTube views and a certain amount of comments from actual people commenting. Without those things, it's not how it was in the 90s and the early 2000s, where you could have pure talent and somebody might spin on your talent. Now, is that a good thing? Yeah, I mean, I think that spending money on talent is important, but the industry has changed. They want you to do all the work now so that you come to them and you already have these things in place. Now, here's the thing. The chances of you signing to a major label without that is very slim. But the industry is more set up now for you to take advantage of being what I would consider an independent artist more than ever. Now, does that mean it's an easy thing to do? Absolutely not. You definitely got to have a strategy. You got to have a plan. And more importantly, you got to be consistent. And that's where a lot of people make mistakes. They stop being consistent. They make $30 on Spotify and they say, oh, that's it. They stop. But from my experience, consistency is the best way to break into this business. And I'll tell you, coming in as an independent artist, in my opinion, it's a lot better because you get leverage with the labels. Now you can go and you can ask for the type of deal that you want. Like people like Nipsey Hussle understood that. People like Master P understood that. Cash Money Records understood that. So they was able to come in and actually be able to ask for specific things that other artists may not. Second of all, you being an independent artist teaches you about the business in a way that you may not otherwise understand unless you're an independent artist that has to make these decisions yourself. Unless you got a team that's just taking advantage of you. Sometimes when you're an independent artist, you're forced to learn about ASCAP and BMI. You're forced to learn about publishing. You're forced to learn what a distributor is. You're forced to learn all these things. So then when you go into the meeting with the label, they say, hey, we want half your publishing. You can say, no, this is how much my publishing is generated without your help. You know?
I literally just went through that. You know, and I've been with BMI since they were sending the SR forms in the mail. You know, before it was even digital. You know, you had to wait 2 weeks to get your sound recording papers in the mail. We write your lyrics, notarize them, send them back to BMI. Like, it took a little process. And you know, I've been tracking all my stuff. I've been tracking everything that I do, and I've been going to a lot of music conferences the last 3 years. I did a small tour, then the pandemic hit, and then after, it was like I went to another show in LA, and they see that I was still active, even during the pandemic. I was dropping and releasing, and the first thing they did when I came home was offer me a publishing deal. Right. You know, so I'm like, okay, what's a publishing deal? I had to really sit back and do my homework on what I was getting myself into, because I know who I was dealing with. I ain't gonna say their name because that's in the papers too, but I signed a deal after my lawyer told me it was a go. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a nice number, and they really gave me more so ownership of what I'm doing. You know, so that they let me know, they let me be real comfortable on keeping majority of what I do with them. You know what I'm saying? These people they heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with Real Carter for 4 years now, and he's the only one that I felt comfortable sitting down with doing this deal. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have did the deal if I didn't feel like I had value, and I know that he feel like I have value too, because I don't have the streams and the YouTube views that I know I need. You know what I'm saying? To be independent costs at least $200,000.
No, so let me ask you this: speaking of that, if somebody's in an Amino situation, what are some of the things that you recommend that we do to get more streams, to broaden our portfolio, so that when we go to these record labels, we have what we need as that bargaining chip?
Absolutely. The most important thing you got, and this is important for everybody, because everybody, whether they know it or not, they have a target audience. A target audience is basically going to be they're going to be the individuals that support you. They're going to be the ones that buy merchandise. They're going to be the ones that stream the songs. They're going to be the ones that share the music and everything like that. So when you get when you understand who your target audience is, then what you get is organic engagement. And organic engagement means that you can make a post and somebody's going to want to share that post automatically because they bang with your music so much that it becomes a part of their own life, and that they have to be able to share it with other people. That is very important to a label or a music publisher, because it tells them that people are genuinely interested in what it is that you do and who you are as an artist. And if people are genuinely interested, then they don't got to spend that much money on marketing, branding you, and everything like that. And that's the reason why a lot of artist development type of deals are dead, is because of the engagement. Now, here's the thing. Everybody here today, let's say all four of us got different personalities. I might like certain things that you may not like, Josh. And then, Amino might like certain things that you may not like. But guess what? At the end of the day, if he can tap into a certain demographic of people that might like those same thing that he likes, those same things, then he has what is considered a target demographic. And then when you got a target demographic, the only thing you got to do is stay consistent at that point. Like, even with us at the Graves firm, our target demographic is people that like to be educated, people that want to learn how to get paid, or people that just generally need help. We never stray outside of that. So all of our content that you see is all geared towards our target demographic. That's why you don't see a whole bunch of selfies. That's why you don't see anything that our target demographic would look at and say, oh, what is he doing today? What's this? I want to learn today. So those are going to be one of the most important things that you have. And the thing I tell people is that they think that they don't have one. But if you're cool with at least 3 people in your life, and you got at least 3 friends, you got a target demographic there. You can do the same thing with music. From Coca-Cola to Pepsi to somebody selling carpets on the street, they all got a target demographic. Some people like those carpets, some people don't. They focus on the ones who will buy the carpet. It's the same thing with music. And you, like I said, if you take that approach with anything in life, you can sell anything.
And that reminds me. I remember I was watching Wallow and Gilly one time, and he was talking about the hot dog stands in New York. He was like, man, when you on the block in New York, you running into a million hot dog stands on the same block. But like you said, having that target, every one of those hot dog stands has their target demographic, that they're people, they're regular customers that's constantly going to be coming to them. Right. And another prime example is
what I have that in my notes, bro. Targeting your demographic is fan growth, you know, and when you find out who your consumer is. I had these one-on-ones with Rick Baker. This is Taylor Swift manager for a while. You know, man, him sit down and have one-on-ones, and he telling me straight up, when you know who your consumer is, you have to please them. You know, you please the consumer, and then they feel like they're a part of you. So now they're prideful. So they walking around like, you ain't hear that new Amino Guns without me even saying anything, because they feel like they're a part of my growth as well. Exactly. You know, they're here with me from the bottom. So when I get to a point where they feel like I'm successful, they like, man, I've been with you from day one. You got them. That's a cult following. You'll have them for the rest of your life. You know, so when you know your demographic and consumer, please them. Give them what they want. Stop trying to make new music because what's going on and what's on the radio. You know what your fans love. You know, and that's where I went astray for a long time, trying to please everybody. When I got at least 5,000 people that would literally buy my music. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, why am I worried about everybody else? I need to please them so they can get prideful and talk to one of their friends. Now I got 10,000.
He's speaking 100% facts, and that's why I'm a strong. I always tell people, be yourself. Connect with the people that like you for you. Don't get on Instagram and see what everybody else is doing and think you got to do it, because now you put yourself in a pool of competition with other people looking at it and saying, "Oh, I got to do that." But the ones that stand out, or like the ones like Amino said, that feel like they're connected and that they are a part of your story and that they love your authenticity.
And I can attest to that myself. It's one of the main things that I made sure I stuck to, right? Was that, you know, having a podcast and having a voice, right? And being blessed with an articulate voice. You could easily come on these shows and you could, if I was doing negative speech, we blow up immediately. But that's not my target demographic right there. The people that I'm targeting is the people in my community, the people that need love, the people that need positivity, the people that constantly need encouragement, the people that constantly are battling through things that we hold in so deep inside because we'll constantly put this smile on. So the people that I constantly target are the people like us. The people every day that when you see us out there in the public, you see this big bright smile and you like, wow, they Superman or Superwoman. But nah, we gotta put work in. We constantly putting work in with ourselves, and we constantly putting work in with each other. So
Josh, what make you special is, bro, your demographic is the people. Like, it can be a person that just did 20 years, and it could be a young boy who just got out of third grade. And
thank you.
You can mentor them both. Like, you were good for the people. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have a target. The target is the world, man. No sky, no limit to the sky. Like, for real, there's no man on earth that I feel like you can't give them advice. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Obama, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just that kind of person, man. Don't never change for nobody.
Yep.
Thank you, bro.
Exactly. I agree 100%. That's why I told him that him having this podcast was a great thing for him, because it's something that comes naturally to you and it's not forced. You know, you're not trying to not be somebody. You're not, you know what I mean? You're being yourself, and it draws people. Like, I tell people, energy. I'm big on energy with my clients. I'm big on energy in general in life. Like, if I feel the energy is off, then I'm like, all right, well, this ain't gonna work out. I can see it a mile away. But when the energy, when you in a room with like-minded people with that same energy as you, like, look at this right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at who you got. So you brought that all together. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give you your flowers for that, bro.
Thank you so much. Speaking of flowers, as y'all know, that's one thing I'm big on my show. I always share that it's a statistic that states that most men don't receive their first bouquet of flowers until their funeral. And so one of the things that we've been super big on, one of the things I've been super big on, is giving not just our men, but our women too, their flowers. So I want to take this time to verbally give all y'all men y'all flowers, because all of y'all are such an intricate part in our community in such a major way. You know, what you doing, bro, it's amazing. Like, I don't know anybody else, and correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all my experts, Amino, Breeze. I don't know anybody else from our city that does what he does.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. I've been in this music business since I was 12 years old.
The youngest CEO.
I was a CEO when I was 15. We ain't gotta talk about that. But listen, I met Jalil when I was maybe 15 or 14. I was 14, 15. E&L was already official. Like Lamont and them was already. He was like the secret guru. Like I couldn't even get that on. Yo, like you know what I'm saying. I was with Tone and Jalil. They was teenagers, but E&L was already with Disney Channel, and I seen Lamont at the Wawa like 15 years ago. He was about to go do something with the Disney Channel. I'm like, what? I'm about to go back to the block, like for real. You know what I mean? He always was like this guru, dog. Like before I met him and seen him, like I had like this imaginary person. I don't know, man. Eric Lamont was always at the top of the barrel when it came to producing to me. Like they're the gurus, bro.
You know, I'm big on family lineage, so I can't let the show go by without saying this is yet another one of my cousins.
I know, right? Good people, brother.
Literally at all the family gatherings, as Mont walks into the door, everybody, here come the GOAT.
Look, he the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, bro. He really is. So, like, he literally get it all day long.
Bro, he always been. This ain't even nothing new. It always been.
And he's so smooth and humble. He's so smooth, man. So laid back.
You gotta be humble.
You know, but like, so big up to you, bro. This is us giving you your flowers. Thank you so much, man, for all that you do, all the knowledge that you give freely, all the work that you do within, you know, the realms of the industry, because we need you. We need somebody that we can see, that we can identify with, and somebody that we can trust, somebody whose energy is pure.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. And that's a big part of why we able to get so many clients, and like why I'm honored, like even like Job, man, like for him to let me come in and help him was absolutely like, I can't thank him enough for that. You know what I mean? Because he was
Beats,
yeah,
man.
bro, yeah. Like, the love I got for him is just, I can't even describe it, because working with him taught me so much about the business, about actually being deep within the business, man. So to know that, you know, that you guys feel that way about, you know, what I do and what our goal is, I mean, I can't thank you enough, because that's exactly what all this is about. This is about giving back. Like, I don't do this all for money or anything like that, because money could be, you could lose money tomorrow, you can make money tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But if you can teach somebody how to make their own money, Jackie in the building. Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie, what's up, cousin?
Yeah. I mean, if you can teach somebody how to fish, man, and they want to learn how to fish, they can teach.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
That's a fact.
That's how you build Rome. That's how you build a community. You know, giving back and being able to teach other people that they also are worthy and that they got the same skills and that we all equal in this thing, man, is so important. So, you know, to hear you guys say that, it tells me that we have been on the right path this whole time.
Absolutely.
And how amazing is it that every last one of us are men from Chester? We are men from this inner city that has been counted out so many times, that has been looked over so many times, but has some of the greatest talents, some of the greatest people, I literally just interviewed Carol Kazim, right? She's one of us.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing to be able to sit down and talk to her, and they're like, yo, like you, I can identify with you. You're in our community. We see you dropping your kids off to school. We see you shopping for groceries. We talking to you. Amino, we see you at Peace Walks, bro. Yeah. We see you out there, boots on the ground. We see you mentoring youth. We were in a classroom together. I remember us walking through Chester High, bro, on a first day, and us looking at each other because we couldn't believe it.
It's like we on the other side now.
We couldn't believe, hey, my Breeze, right? Our first day, we're teaching summer school, us. We couldn't believe it. And we were walking into Chester High, and we geared up, and we got our stuff, and we fired up, and we just like, wow.
I was able to go back to my old locker and just stand in front of it like I'm in here on the other side. Like it ain't even hit me. I was doing what I was doing till I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, man, it was powerful to me. It really was.
Yeah. So
the old locker.
I went to my old locker, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was that deep. It was that deep, bro, because it's an honor, right? It's a pleasure because we really, we really been through it. We really know. So, and if you would have asked me when I was 16, if you would have told me, Josh, you want to teach summer school, I would have wanted to fight because I would have thought you was lying to me. I would have wanted to rumble. You just lied to me. I want to rumble. You acting crazy. What's wrong with you,
bro? Me too. I ain't even go for it. I was thrown off there.
So being now in this position and fast forward, having a podcast. If you would have told me this when I was 16, now I want to go get my homie so we could jump you. Because now you really lying.
Nah, you know what? Before we do get out of here, I do got a question for L. Because it's something I keep getting these affirmations on I should do it. These sync licenses for my music.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I got a song called Bodies. It's my new single. I just had a billboard in Atlanta with it and everything. And they just came out with a movie called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. My song is Bodies on Bodies on Bodies. I'm like, how didn't I was supposed to be in front of that because my song would have been perfect. And then when I seen on Snowfall, that one scene when he was like, bodies, bodies, bodies. I'm like, is these affirmations letting me know that
affirmation,
I should push the button?
Affirmation. I'll tell you that I've had those same experiences in my career where we had ideas on things.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like we should just execute that. And then boom, somebody come through and like do it in a different way. And then we do it and then it ends up working out. You know what I'm saying? That's an affirmation, bro. And I tell people, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of people in the music business tend to think about the music business as only streaming, only songs on the radio. But you can make $50,000 to $100,000 to $500,000 off of one sync deal. Like what you just described, that song Body being on the movie, that type of
right.
On that. That's shit confirmation right there, Guns.
Exactly.
Listen, I wouldn't know about the syncs. Remember, I was telling you about the Instagram post you was putting up during the pandemic. You was teaching us about sync licenses, so I Googled it. At least I could do is Google what's a sync. I didn't even know you had to have a sync to get your game. On a game or on TV and things. I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing. People think about that. They don't think that you got independent documentaries that need to license out music. They don't think about the video games. But a lot of people think about video games, getting music on video games. They think about PlayStation, but they don't know 45% of the video game market is made up of applications on your phone. So it's a lot your music licensed on an application, but at the end of the day, they still got budgets. They might go to the bank and take out a $500,000 loan to get their app started, but then they might allocate $35,000 to $40,000 just to license music. And the easiest people to license music from is independent musicians because they're not hindered by contracts that make it that a label is going to charge that same company
right.
Come to you. And they'll get bodies from you, and they'll pay you $50,000, $60,000 for it.
For those who are just tuning in, I want y'all to know how vital this information is. Because this is a part of our community. We have artists, rap artists, songwriters, singers right here. So many of them in our community. So
and Breeze, the singers for you too.
I want you to know that
Breeze. Put me on stuff right now.
If you don't know who he is, go look at his Instagram. Look up Lamont Graves, and you're going to see exactly how major.
Nah, Google it.
Now.
You got to Google him. I Googled
it
before.
Just Google Lamont Graves of the Graves Firm so you can understand how major this is for WWJD at CMPRadio.net to have him on this show giving out this information that, because I done literally seen you. Every show that you have, everything that you do, it sells out.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it.
Because people want to know. So the fact that you here, thank you so much, because I personally know that after this you'll be working till about 11. So thank you so much.
Longer than that.
So hey, they say some of the greats only get about 3 to 4 hours.
The Sharks, man. Sharks don't never sleep.
So yeah, and I didn't been on the phone with Amino 2 o'clock in the morning talking about curriculum.
Yeah, and we gotta be back up.
We gotta be in a meeting at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning just to go to the after school program, just to do it all over again, and for us to be back on the phone at 3 o'clock that morning,
getting
still
it right.
talking about curriculum.
You feel me?
And I think Jackie said something very important. She said every artist should be on there. I agree, Jackie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I love you for everything that you've done.
Jackie, I absolutely will. You already know, cuz we locked in. And this was so informational. So for the people that's going to be tuning in after the show goes off, because we get a lot of viewers. 7 o'clock. I understand we got a lot of family members, moms and dads coming home. So it's a good time, but it can also be a bad time. But I know a lot of times people watch the next day. So for those who are going to watch this, know that we're going to do this again. Know that I'm going to do it as many times as I can throughout the year.
Yo, we should really do a music conference here, bro, and do a panel.
And
get our heavy hitters up there.
Let's do it. I'll actually start working on that. That's my word as from WWJD. I got y'all. I'm gonna put this panel together. Amino, you brought it up. Let's work together, bro. And Breeze, you already know you locked in. So let's do this. I'm gonna constantly. It's official now. We put it out in the atmosphere. You know how you know one of my greatest saying, Aminos, is what you heard here today. You cannot unhear now. We know now.
Right.
You can't walk away from this and say, well, I don't know how to what I should do. I don't know what my first step should be. That's a lie now.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody here, everybody that's listening is gonna listen. You're all extremely valuable. Don't let nobody count you out. Wear your see pride on your chest wherever you go. Wherever I go at, I tell people I'm from Chester, PA. Every single time they could look at me however they want to look at me. Guess what? I don't care, but look at where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. And everybody here today has the opportunity to achieve whatever it is that you want in this life. I don't care if you got 30 people telling you otherwise. It's possible for you. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, and just stay consistent and put it out there to the universe and God, and it'll happen for you. I promise you that.
Yeah.
So, I know mine is busy, man. So this is, we normally stay for an hour, but thank you for giving us this time, bro. I personally, I learned so much. In the beginning, it was a foreign language to me, but now I'm walking away from this knowing that, one, if I run into another young artist that I just happen to be mentoring or happen to see out there in the streets and he's selling drugs or he on the edge, but I know he's nice, I can now walk him through those steps.
Yeah, bro, and it can change your life. I'm gonna end off with this. Your intellect, what you guys are doing, your intellectual property is so important and so valuable to other people that this industry made $29 billion last year, with a bulk of that made up from rapping songs with rappers and singers and R&B. Most of that money was made up from those different genres. That's how important it is. Everybody understands that. The guys in the suits, the guys you going into the meetings and the deals and everything, they understand just how important your voices are. Understand how important your voices are too, and understand just how valuable you are. Everybody here today, appreciate you.
Also tune in. I'm going to be on. I am going to be on a panel that our next state representative, Carol Kazim, put me on, the Young Men of Empowerment.
Love it.
Yes, so look out for your guy. That's going to be on That's going to be on Saturday on the 27th. I'm actually going to be sitting on a panel. I'm super excited about this. This is dope. Some of the biggest names in the industry are going to be sitting on that panel with me. I'm looking forward to this. This is amazing. Jalil is actually speaking there, so I'll get to be around family.
I got to come support y'all, man. That's love there.
It's bringing tears to my eyes, man, because I was just telling P, man, a big shout out to Pierre, man, because I don't think people understand the work that it takes to run this radio station. we see all these shows.
Yeah.
We see all these shows on CMP. Everybody has a podcast and a show going on pretty much every day of the week. And, you know, the more I've been working with him and the more I've been in the station, I'm realizing, like, God, it's like the movie Friday. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Every time I come in the studio, man, P is in the studio.
You better believe
and every day I see him, he looks tired. So big shout out to P, man. Big bro, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much for not giving up on your dream of having this radio station and allowing us to have this platform, because you could have easily gave up, and next thing you know, we would have been somewhere up Philly trying to get on Power 99. And I always tell people, the most amazing thing about being on a local radio station that's eventually going to be worldwide, thanks to us as a team and as a community. But one of the things I love about it is that you could go to Power 99, right? And Power 99 might be reaching, let's just say, 3 million people. But how many of those people are from your community? That's 3 million people all around the world. But how many of them people are from your community, the people that's actually going to buy a ticket to your show, the people that's right there, the people that want to know who you are? So the beautiful thing about having this radio station right here is that in bringing your talents to CMP and bringing and allowing us to interview and allowing us to talk to you and get to know you, is that you are now touched into your whole community. Because those 1,000 viewers, those 2,000 viewers, they're all us.
They all know you.
They all know us. And I love it. I look forward to continuing this journey. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Thank y'all so much for joining. I love y'all, brothers. And we gonna put that panel together.
Yeah, we need it, man. I think the city needs it too.
Y'all heard it here first. WWJD will be hosting a panel. And we're going to find a venue for everybody to be able to come out and to be able to really grasp all of this beautiful.
It can be really major, man. We got to get Neville Heights involved. We got Jalil, L. We got a lot of people that can really teach, because I learned from all of them.
Absolutely.
Like, I watched them. I followed them all, and I learned. I take notes. I'm an educator, but I'm also, like, in order to be an educator, you got to be a good student. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably the best student they're going to run into. You know what I'm saying? So I really think we need to do it, man, for the sake of these artists.
I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's set it up. What's up,
we're gonna set it up. I love y'all. This is a wrap. This is it. Make sure y'all tune into WWJD every Thursday at 7 p.m. on CMP Radio. Also, we officially got Dr. Margot Law's job. We just recorded 2 shows today. Yep. So we'll be going live probably every Thursday morning, and then we'll be also putting on a pre-recorded show on Mondays. So stay tuned tomorrow. Our introduction show is dropping. That joint was so dope today.
I gotta say this before we
make sure y'all tune in. I'm gonna send you the link, bro.
I want to give a shout out to Aaron Breeze, man. He recorded my last album. It's called Priceless. You can stream it on everything. He's on the album. He recorded the whole album. Yeah, I mean, me and him locked in for 2 weeks and got it done. I feel like it's some of my best work. So, L, if you get a chance, man, go check that out for me, man. I think you'll appreciate it.
You already know.
I love y'all. Y'all have a safe night.
I'm listening to that when I'm done working at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm
love. Perfect.
Hey, look, call me, because I'll probably just be getting up to go for my morning job.
All right, y'all, man. I'm out.
Y'all have a good time.
All right, y'all. God bless.